So it makes a change for me to be at the back. We'll get a bit of the boys riding for a change. I do like those BMWs though, you know. So yes, we're now on the Snake Pass in beautiful Derbyshire. Still icy over that side. This bit here in the sun's gorgeous. Spot for the old speed camera boys. Where we've got the patches of ice along here where it's shady. So I don't think we're going to be getting any scraping of pegs today, but we'll see. So that's it then, boys. Just been asked if we can do a bit more of a bit of a budget tour into Europe. So if that's what they're wanting, we'll put something together. I've got the trip over to Normandy later in the year, and we've not confirmed any details with that. So how about it, folks, if we put together a bit of a budget tour down to Normandy, go and see some of the World War II beaches, Omaha and Pegasus Bridge and stuff like that. Who'd be up for it? These two will. Fancy joining us? Make it a camping weekend. See if we can make it a 4-dayer down to Normandy. I think I've got a 3-day one booked at the moment. See if we can make it a 4-dayer, and probably with the tent. Here we are getting into the wilds of Derbyshire. This is the back of Kinder Scout. Highest point in Derbyshire at its peak. Oh, I don't think it's actually got a peak, it's more of a plateau on this one. Oh, Can't believe this weather. This is gorgeous. World War II plane crashes occurred in this area, both on Kinder Scout and on the I can't remember the name of the place to the right as we get up towards the top. It was when the boys were returning back from France in the war. Because this was the highest place they flew over, the mist was down and they lost the visibility. A few of them flew straight into the mountainside. And like 70 years on now, 60, 70 years on, the wreckage is still up here. I've got a book that outlines where they are. A friend of mine went and visited one what's up here on the right hand side just last year and did some photographs. There's still quite a bit of wreckage there, like the engines and bits of wing and stuff. I will get to see them one day. I do keep promising myself, so I think I shall put it on my list for coming up here, having a walk up on the top of these mountains, hills, and we'll go and find one of these sites. I suppose we could even do it on the bike. Park the bike up in the lay-by and have a walk. Little microclimates can easily catch you out. There's all this shade. There you look. More ice again. I don't think it's that bad on the road, but it only just takes a little slip, and if you're not quite ready for it. So found a new website, or I came across it the other day, called Motovlog, and it's a website for moto vloggers. So I've been reading a few things on there which are quite interesting. It's looking a bit cloudy up here. I hope we don't get any rain. I've got the water. I've got my textile jacket on, I've got some waterproof trousers in the back top box, so we'll be fine. This is a bit like it was when I went over the Glossop not last year, the year before. Although we did have a bit of snow at the side of the road, but the road was as clear as this. It's like this, planting some more trees. enjoyed this ride out today. Looks like we've had a bit of snow here, look. I did see on Facebook a mate of mine who lives over this way did post that it was snowing this morning, but he's a bit of a joker, so I thought he was having a bit of a laugh. Obviously not, they've had a bit of a shower. That one's away. Yeah, this moor here to the right, that's where the aeroplane sites are. Park up here, and that path there takes you up to it. It's about 2 miles up, that just the other side of that bridge, I think. The temperature's just dropped about 10 degrees. I couldn't see my breath. Just dropped down from like 30 degrees down to about, maybe not 10. That's about 24. Should get a good view of Manchester just around this bend. Well, we'll start to see Manchester. So come out, son. There's the rainy city, as they call it. Visibility is not quite so good on this side of the country as it is on the other one. Over towards the east, what we saw this morning. Over there on the flight path on the approach to Manchester Airport, coming back off the jollies. Oh, nice cross view there, look at that. Now, once this car's gone, let's nip these off. There you going. A big reservoir just there. It's a little pond now. What's happened to that? They harvest all the peat. Is that what you call peat digging? Harvesting? Well, that's been quarried quite a bit as well since last time I came. Sure it has. Never noticed that before like that. So there you have it, folks, that's the Snake Pass, and as we drop down the hill now we come into the Peak District town of Glossop. what is nice, I spoke to these two guys in front of me on Facebook and what have you. It's the first time I've actually been out riding with them. You always get a little bit apprehensive what somebody's skill levels are going to be like, but I'm pleased to say these guys are okay. Which is good, seeing as we're all going on a tour together. Stay there, darling. There's the little Bikers Meet Cafe. It's a popular one in the weekends. I like group riding. I love being out on my own as well, but I spent a lot of thousands and thousands of miles on my own when I was on the police bikes, when we weren't doing VIP tours and escorts. Just out on general routine patrol, but this was the playground all around here. And I used to love doing it. You can't beat, if you've had a stressful day or got things on your mind, just get on your bike and ride. Makes everything seem better. But group riding, it's just a different element. You're sharing, doing something what you love and getting these experiences with other people who've got those same loves. It never ceases to amaze me, you know, you can pull up in a lay-by, just get talking to somebody on a bike and he says, no, you've known them all your life. It's that, the brotherhood between the bikers, the camaraderie. A little bit of banter. And everybody's got a war story. That's why they call it Rainy City over towards Manchester, because look at them clouds, where are they coming from? Manchester. Probably end up splitting this video into two. Or maybe even three. Right, so I think I'll do it into three. You might have noticed that Alan keeps putting his foot down. He's got a bit of a dodgy knee, so he's just stretching it. Look at that for a view, folks. Just a shame the sun's not on there, that'd be postcard material. The other thing I like about group riding as well is, like, when we do a tour, we'll get a group of people that probably never rode together before, and I generally do just a bit of a briefing evening a week or so before the tour, just to put people at ease really on what to expect. And it's nice then when they meet up on the tour, like, it's like they're meeting up with old friends. And some of the things we discuss on that pre-tour briefing is like position riding when we close up, like we're doing now, just to make it a whole lot safer for everybody, so we're all singing from the same hymn sheet. And what is nice is, like, the first day everybody's all over the place within reason. Day 2 you can start to see that bit of a bonding coming together and people thinking about a little bit more about the group riding. And normally by day 3, this is on the bigger tours, it's a tight pack. And when we used to do the VIP escort stuff, I mean, we'd ride together quite close, but you trusted everybody 100% because you'd all done the same training and each one of you knew exactly what the other one were going to be doing, because you was all thinking the same, because you'd all done the same training and you'd rode together that many times. And I must say, when we did the tour in September last year, we had some absolutely brilliant days where, as a group of 7-8 bikes, it was such a tight-knit team, it was incredible. So bit of satisfaction I get, personal satisfaction, when we get something like that. Don't forget as well, if you're not aware, I used to teach police advanced system, DAS qualified, CBT at my own training school. And for people who do want a little bit of advanced training, if you let me know before the tours, then we do include a little bit of it as we go along. It's not compulsory and it doesn't cost you anything else, no extra. Especially on smaller tours, like if we've got 3 or 4 bikes, we can fit it in quite nicely. So you get your benefit in a couple of ways. You have a great holiday, ride on some great roads, with like-minded folks, drink copious amounts of beer, and come back a better rider. It's win-win-win. Seemed that long ago when all these roads around here used to be national speed limit. We've tended to drop a lot of roads in Derbyshire down to 50s. Yet you get the little side roads coming off of these roads where you can't even do 30 mile an hour physically, and they've left them as nationals. on, sun, get from behind that cloud. I think we ought to be thinking about making a bit of progress, Alan. There's your view, let's go. Switch on. I can see you looking. There you go, look. National speed limit on that road there. Don't even drive the tractor up it. House there to the right, they used to rent that out for film sets. A few soaps and stuff have been filmed in there, so I'm told. If you know different or know what they're about, drop us a comment. Off to Bridlington tomorrow. We're going up in the van. It'd be nice to have a ride up on the bike, but we've got to go and empty my mum and dad's holiday home. So they've just sold it, so we've got to go and empty it all for them. So a trip up there, hope the weather's like this. Ronnie Pickering, that's the guy who was on Facebook, weren't it, who had a bit of a run-in with that biker. Me, Ronnie Pickering. Do you know who I am? Do you know who he is in front? That's Alan Pickering. It's Alan Pickering, that. Alan, yeah, Alan Pickering. I'll have to give him a bit of ribbing about that. Well, he's going to see it on here. So comment below, Mr. Alan Pickering. Probably cancel his tour now. I think he can give it, take it, because he certainly can give it from what I've heard. So we're going to pub. It's like an old pub. Dave, use it. Use the cover. What is it with bikers and tunnels? They always have to rev the engines. We're dropping down into En le Frith down here, which is the hometown of the Ferodo brake pads. They're sticking new houses up everywhere. Some snow here as well this morning. Capital of the Peak, home of Ferodo brake linings. Did I say Ferodo before? So there it is. The first name in brakes. If you've had Ferodo brakes on your car or your bike, this is where they'll have come from. Now I'm just wondering, what time we got, whether to take over here and we'll do a little bit of a detour